tons of trade stuff, tons and tons of trade stuff, even more trade stuff, the Lakers' new plan, and 7 games of NBA action. That's what we got on the schedule for today, so let's go. The key to finessing someone in a trade is convincing them that what they're getting in return is a good deal. Someone needs to let the Cavs know that, because right now they're just trying to give teams straight up garbage for some actual serviceable players. Well, actually, this one right here, I wouldn't say the Cavs were trying to finesse, as if they did this trade, they'd actually be finessing themselves, as reports came out yesterday saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Charlotte Hornets have held talks about Kemba Walker. It was nothing serious, since in the report they said that they vaguely discussed it, so it didn't get too far. But like I said, if the Cavs would have done this trade, they would have been playing themselves. Here were the names tossed around in this trade. The Cavs would get Kemba Walker and Nick Batum, and the Hornets would get the Brooklyn Nets pick Isaiah Thomas plus Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith in order to make the contract match up. And yes, the Cavaliers would get Kemba Walker, who would be a massive upgrade over Isaiah Thomas right now. But remember that they traded Kyrie Irving to get Isaiah Thomas and that Brooklyn Nets pick. Now, they can trade Isaiah Thomas for all I care, but if they're going to trade the Brooklyn pick, it'll have to be for a player that's even better than Kyrie Irving, because if they traded Isaiah Thomas and the Brooklyn pick for Kemba Walker, then it's like they traded Kyrie Irving for Kemba Walker straight up. And no shots at Kemba Walker, nothing but respect towards Kemba Walker, but that's an L. That's a freaking massive L that the Cleveland Cavaliers would take. And not to mention, if they were to do this trade, they'd be even more screwed if LeBron James left, because they wouldn't have that Brooklyn Nets pick anymore. And on top of that, they'd also be stuck paying the rest of Nick Batum's $120 million contract for the next 4 to 5 years. The Cavs would have had to completely lost their mind if they were to make a trade like that. And they won't. Look, they're not going to make the trade, as reports also came out yesterday saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers are confident that they're going to have to start the rebuilding process after this season. So that being said, if the Cavs are going to make any deals at the trade deadline, is going to be deals in which they finesse some teams, like they have been trying to do to the Los Angeles Clippers. As reports came out yesterday saying that the Cavs offered its own first round pick, Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith, for DeAndre Jordan. Now, this is a little less disrespectful than the offer they had made earlier, when it was straight up just Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith for DeAndre Jordan and Lou Williams, but it's still a little bit disrespectful, because that Cleveland Cavaliers pick isn't that valuable. It's gonna be like in the mid-20s, and that's not nearly a good enough pick to persuade the Clippers to take on the contracts of J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. And it wasn't, because not too long after that report came out, another report came out in which the Clippers said they would rather let DeAndre Jordan walk for free than to trade him for some terrible contracts. And I don't blame them for that. That's a smart move. However, what I find funny about this is what came out after that report, as the Cleveland Cavaliers are now frustrated that they're unable to trade J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. Look, Cleveland, seriously, what did you think? The rest of the NBA world was laughing at you when you gave J.R. Smith $57 million and Tristan Thompson over $80 million. Just this year alone, the Cavs are paying those two a combined $31 million. For $31 million, you can go out and get a max level player. So if you're paying two players combined $31 million, their combined level of goodness had better be that of the goodness of a max level player. Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith combined this year are giving the Cavs 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. That's what they're getting out of $31 million. Cleveland, that's beyond depressing. I can respect this. Look, I don't necessarily like it, nor do I want to see it happen, but I can respect this. If my Pistons were in the same position as the Golden State Warriors, I'd be wanting them to do the exact same thing that the Warriors are looking to do, and that is continue to get better. As reports came out yesterday saying that the Golden State Warriors are looking to make moves to upgrade their bench at the NBA trade deadline. Now, the first thing that popped in my mind when I saw this was they better not go out and get Tyreke Evans or Lou Williams, or what if they somehow manage to get both those guys? That would be freaking insane. Look, if they even get one of those guys, then it's over. Might as well not even watch the rest of the season, because it's over. However, that thought quickly left my mind, because I can't see them being able to make a bigger offer than any of the other teams that are currently in a bidding war for Lou Williams and Tyreke Evans. Not too long after that, we got more reports saying that the Golden State Warriors have contacted the LA Clippers about Avery Bradley. And my first thought when I heard that was, Thunder fans are about to be extra heated if the Warriors get Avery Bradley instead of them. And that would be some insane defense coming off the bench with both Andre Iguodala and Avery Bradley. Like, that's tough. So it does seem like the Warriors are trying to improve, and like I said, I actually respect that. Just because you're at the top doesn't mean you shouldn't look to find ways to get even better, because if you just sit there waiting saying we're already good enough, that's how other teams eventually catch up to you and dethrone you. However, if you're at the top and keep looking to get better, you're getting better while teams are still trying to catch up, which keeps you at the top for even longer. And I know each and every single person watching this video, you want your favorite team to do the exact same thing if they were in the Warriors position. So like I said, I can't be mad at it. I respect it, yet I still don't want to see them get anyone else at the same time. It seems like the Los Angeles Lakers are giving up on their Paul George, LeBron James free agent hunt this summer, but instead have their eyes set on the 2019 NBA free agent class. The Lakers are increasingly looking through a longer lens in their rebuilding process as they are recalibrating their focus to adding players in the 2019 free agent class rather than this summer's free agent class. This is according to Adrian Wojnarowski. I think I said that right. And the reason for them canceling this pursuit is because they feel like Paul George is most likely going to re-sign with Oklahoma City Thunder, so that's one of their main targets down. Another one, DeMarcus Cousins, just went down with the torn Achilles, so they're not as interested in him anymore, and then that automatically cancels out LeBron James, because without them getting another top tier free agent, there's no way LeBron James is going to join the Los Angeles Lakers. But like they said, they're now turning their attention to the summer of 2019, and there are some big free agents coming up in the summer of 2019. First off, you got Kevin Durant, Kemba Walker, Nikola Jokic, Nikola Vucevic, Tobias Harris, and Klay Thompson. Those are the biggest unrestricted free agents. There are some pretty big restricted free agents like Karl Anthony Towns and Kristaps Porzingis, but they're not going to be able to get those guys because the teams they're on are going to match any offers, so that's not going to happen. As for the guys that are available for them to get, some of them make sense and some of them not so much. Kevin Durant and Nikola Jokic, I can't see them leaving the Nuggets or the Warriors. Kemba Walker doesn't make much sense since they already have Lonzo Ball. Tobias Harris doesn't really make sense since they already have Kyle Kuzma and Brandon Ingram. Nikola Vucevic does make sense, I guess, a little bit since they do need a center, but I don't think they'll be that interested in him. But the guy to look out for here is Klay Thompson. He's the one that makes a heck of a lot of sense since they also need a starting shooting guard. And if you put him in the lineup with Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, plus whoever they have at center, that's lethal. And I will say that I'd rather see them go after a guy like Klay Thompson than LeBron James or Paul George, since he kind of complements the players that they already have. But that being said, the Lakers will just be one out of every other team in the NBA that will be looking to pry Klay Thompson away from the Bay Area in the summer of 2019. And real quick, here are some other littler updates from around the league about possible trades to look out for in the coming days. Apparently, the Washington Wizards have contacted the Clippers about DeAndre Jordan. The Thunder, Bulls, and Pistons all have interest in trading for Rodney Hood from the Jazz. The Denver Nuggets would like to trade for Marcus Smart, and the Thunder and the Sixers both have interest in Dwayne Dedmon from the Hawks. All those are just some really little things to keep an eye on as the trade deadline approaches. That wraps up all the news though. Now it's about that time where I get your take on what went down. It's question of the day time, and today's question of the day is this: how do you guys feel about the Warriors still looking to get better? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know down in the comment section below. But now let's take a look at what you guys said in yesterday's video. And yesterday I asked you guys whether or not Chris Paul was right when he said the Cleveland Cavaliers need to stop taking LeBron James for granted. And here is what you said: Chris Paul is right because they have the worst owner ever. He has no respect for LBJ. We forget his little letter that he sent LeBron when he went to Miami. IT is kind of the problem too. Definitely yes, they are just used to him carrying the team every year and turning on the switch, but it looks like the Celtics will stop it. The owner of the Cavs is for sure part of the problem. He and LeBron James haven't had a good relationship at all for many years now. And as for the whole switch and the Boston Celtics, look, Kyrie Irving stole the switch and took it to Boston. That's what happened now. But for real, I think the Cavs really do miss Kyrie Irving because LeBron James has still been playing at LeBron James like levels. It's just the Cavs don't have that number 2 guy they could turn to like they did when they had Kyrie Irving, so they really miss him. Don't forget to leave your answer to today's question of the day down in the comment section below. But now let's just take a real quick look at the games from last night. Robin Lopez completely lost his mind last night. Like, what on earth was he so upset about? I don't really know. I guess he thought he got fouled on the offensive end, was upset about that. Then he got called right after that for a foul on the defensive end, and then he just snapped. He was really trying to go at the ref. They had to have that whole team basically restrain him. I'm not really sure what's going on. And this was one of the times where, yeah, the player definitely deserved to get ejected. I'm sure he'll be getting a fine, maybe even a suspension, because he didn't leave the court in a timely manner after getting ejected. And strangely enough, the Bulls had the big lead up until that point. However, right after that, the Kings started to come back and eventually got the 104-98 win, despite Zach LaVine dropping 27 and getting his first poster dunk since his return to the court. The Nuggets have been playing some fantastic basketball as of late, and that trend continued last night as well. Moving the ball and everyone's getting involved. They're playing the game it is supposed to be played. They won again, 121-104 over the Hornets. 30 assists for them as a team. Jokic has been a big reason for them winning as of late, though, as he was great again with 15 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. Andre Drummond, I can't say enough great things about the way he has been playing over his last 10 games. 18 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. That's what he's been averaging over the last 10 games. Man, that's just pure greatness right there. He had 17 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 assists last night as the Pistons get their 4th straight win, 111-91 over Portland. Blake Griffin getting traded must have awoke something within Danilo Gallinari. Maybe he just figures that, hey, this is my team now, and it kind of is. As with his last 2 games without Blake, he has balled out. He scored 28 points, 9 of 13 shooting last night, and that was good enough for LA to get the 104-101 win over Dallas. Oh, and congrats to Dirk for reaching the 50K minutes played milestone. That's crazy. The hottest team, or at least for sure one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, is the John Wall-less Washington Wizards. 5 wins in a row for them without John Wall, as now they have tied the Cavs for the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference, 111-102 over Indiana. Beal scored 21 and Oubre Jr. played well at the bench with 15 points and 7 rebounds. The Jazz haven't been known as a highest scoring team since I can't even remember the last time the Jazz were known as a high scoring team. However, despite all that, they have now had 4 games in a row where they scored at least 120 points. They dropped 133 on the Pelicans' beaks last night, 133-109 the final score. 6 straight wins for Utah. Rodney Hood could not miss last night. He dropped 30 points on 12 of 14 shooting, so I guess he could miss, but only 2 times. The Heat need that guy, someone they can rely on constantly to make plays. Look, Goran Dragic is good, but he can't be the guy. Hassan Whiteside is good too, but he also can't be the guy. They gotta find their guy, and then they'll be straight. They lost again last night, this time to the Magic, 111-109. Mario Hezonja dropped 20. That wraps up all the action from last night, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more daily NBA news, as well as join the quest to 200,000 subscribers, hashtag a million a year. Remember to vote for the player of the day, but also remember the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, that player was none other than Al Horford in his game-winning 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see all of you right back here tomorrow, but until then, I am out of here. Peace!